make some noise. Can we hear it, please? I mean, Tampa, what are we doing? All right, there we go. It's nice to see you guys too.
I've got a question for this guy right here first. So listen. So Jack,
Yes.
Season 1, Episode 1, first scenes is you getting your girlfriend's body splattered all over you.
This is true.
And if you watch the rest of the series, this seems to be a recurring theme that you get people splattered all over you.
Oh yeah.
Is this intentional?
It has to be at this point, right? It just has to be. I mean, I kind of love it. It feels like it's something that was, I think, Huey's at least in the beginning, but I kind of think we all have this tradition now. They just love dumping various fluids, not just blood, on all of us, and it's just, it's a badge of honor at this point. It really is. Oh.
What else?
What other fluids?
I mean,
How long do we have?
You open the door, let's walk through.
Well, of course there's, okay, great, you're cutting me off. Good.
All right, so here we go.
Moving on.
So
Moving
listen,
on.
So, but we're gonna go right back to that same scene, because here's why. Jesse, it's your fault that this even happened in the first place.
I don't know if I'd say it's my fault.
I would.
I think if you watch, okay. I think if you were to watch again, you'll see Huey like ease her into
Don't
the
you
street.
fucking do this to me.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying. I think there's a world where he saw me coming,
No!
pushed her in the
You're
street.
too fast, I didn't see you coming.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
But
Why else would you push your girlfriend in the street?
I
Isn't
didn't
it more
push her.
of a chivalrous thing to take her away from the street?
Oh, I hate
All
this.
of a sudden, you're standing on the sidewalk and she's in the street. Your mom raised you better than that, bro. I'm
It
just
was
saying.
a loving embrace. We were about to move in together.
Yeah.
And then
that's the problem. He got
You need to
cold
pay
feet.
attention.
He got cold feet and was like, I can't do this. And then boom, and then hands. You know what I mean?
So Jesse, though, do you feel like knowing that that was what happened, do you think that Jesse might have been a little more careful with his use of compound V if he knew that that was what the equation was going to be? That he was going to be splattering people all over?
Absolutely. I mean, A-Train runs every day. I feel like he's so used to bobbing and weaving. This had to have been an intentional thing. Huey had to have said, what? And then, that's the only way to really catch me slipping.
I'm just gonna pause at something right now.
Okay.
Robin wasn't the first person you killed in that way. There's no way.
Yeah, but we didn't know that, you know?
Oh, I think we know. You seemed a little too used to it in that scene. That's what I'm gonna posit.
Okay, that's
feel like you
the
didn't
end of the
care.
panel. We'll see you later.
Yeah, all right, good night. You didn't care so
I hope you enjoyed this story about these two.
All right, so Anthony, so now we're going to go to
Let's
you.
go down the line. Let's talk about the ladies.
You want to go to the ladies first?
Yeah, let's get to some of these.
All right, so how about this? So Karen Fukuhara, why don't you just say hi into the mic real quick? And there's a reason for this.
Oh my God, hi.
You guys just heard a voice. Here we go. Yes.
Hello.
So Karen, your character is not one that has got any vocality. It's somebody that's just got hand signals and things like that. As an actress, how challenging was it for you to be like, I have to go back to stage acting or whatever to communicate everything I need to with my face, with my hands, with my body language, and not have any dialogue whatsoever involved?
Well, initially I was like, hell yeah, no dialogue. But then they added lines season 3 with the sign language. So I would say that, there are different challenges with both. Not having any lines whatsoever, no sign language, just means you have to really emote with your body and your face. And you have to listen, which in today's society we don't do very much of. So it took a little bit of getting used to, but the sign language has been absolutely amazing. I think it's like one of the most powerful languages out there. Woo! Hello, thank you. And I have the best time working on it with my sign language coach. Amanda has been so generous with her time and her efforts in teaching me about her community, not only the language. And so I've had just the best time working on it for the show.
That's awesome. So Anthony, I am going to come back to you.
Sir.
Okay, so I think that we could all say Homelander is a challenged and complicated character that's done some pretty
It's one way of putting it.
pretty terrible things, like causing a full plane to crash and didn't save anyone, killed some of his top supporters, took out a member of his own team.
Right.
Let's not even get started on the conception of your own son.
She's clapping.
I mean, all these
And
things.
it's one in every 100 people is a psychopath. We found that one. That little group there, fucking eyes peeled on her.
So,
She's gonna start killing people.
as an actor, how do you prepare to be in the mind of a character that is so dark and twisted in the show?
A slow release damage and trauma button. No, look, it's a really fucked up character, but the beauty of that is you get to do things on screen that we never get to do in real life. And of course, there's always the safety of it's not real, you know, so you can lean into that and just embrace the fun of it. Because a lot of what happens, I mean, you saw these guys how much fun they're having about the murder of Robin. Please don't start again. And it's okay, we've done that. And but it's fun. Like a lot of the gore and a lot of the horrible content in the show, there's an element of humor, and there's a lot of things that go on in the show that people laugh out loud. Like my parents, when they watch it, my mom hides behind a pillow, and anything bad that happens to me, my dad fucking pisses himself laughing. He loves it. He loves me getting hurt. I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what you're getting.
All right, so now we'll go down to Valerie and Susan. So, the both of you were new to the cast in season 4, and you both align pretty intensely with this guy right here that we just talked about as a pretty dark and challenged character. So, as opposed to when Starlight came in, it was do-goodery, it was fun, she's so positive. You guys come in right off the bat and you are aligned with basically the bad guy in the show. Was it different for you to align in that way where your characters were completely knowing there's not going to be maybe they're a good guy, maybe they're a bad guy? You guys basically are on the bad side?
Well, I think for Firecracker, okay, definitely, she does not think she's aligning with a bad guy. She thinks that she is absolutely aligning with the hero. He's a good guy. She is very blind to who he is for quite a long time in that season. I think it's really not until Webweaver dies that she knows who she's gotten herself wrapped up with. And you know, she doesn't see herself as awful because villains never do. And so she doesn't see him as awful either. So she thinks she's coming there to do great, wonderful things and do wonderful work with a wonderful guy. Yeah.
Amen.
A bit of a Starlight echo. No, as an actress, I was really excited to do it. I never really had the chance to play a quote-unquote villain, so I was like, yes! It was very cathartic. It was a bit of a relief. Kind of like what you guys had going on over there. Yeah, I felt like that. I felt just like that. And then character-wise, I feel like Sage is always thinking about so many different possibilities and how to basically survive in a world that doesn't make space for her, that I don't think she's thinking about good or bad or for anybody else. She's thinking neutral survival.
I love it. Okay, so to every one of you guys up here. So I think that many people would say that Annie/Starlight is the moral compass of the show, at least at the start. The moral compass of the show, the positive aspect behind the show. If you guys took her out of the show, who then becomes the moral compass?
Oh, hands down, Huey. Oh,
Yeah, I think
Huey,
I think
right?
MM.
Yeah.
I'd say it's
MM.
I'm with Jesse. It's either Huey or it's Huey and MM. I
Yeah,
think,
Huey
are
and MM for sure.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it's not A-Train?
I'm surprised that nobody up here thought it was going to be Kamiko.
I don't know. I don't think I am.
She's kind of angry, bro.
I've had questionable. I mean, she.
You rip faces off.
I do.
You're a serial killer.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You keep murdering people.
Mercenary.
I mean, I had to do it though. I was forced to do it.
Yeah, but you
Right, guys.
You didn't
No,
need to use the dildo to do it though.
But it was fun. It was a fun
Exactly,
time.
that's why you can't be the moral compass, you see what I mean?
True. Yeah. True. She's in the gray area.
Best way to go.
So Anthony, again, we've talked about that it's a dark character. Have you had any kind of situations where it's hard for people to separate you the challenged Homelander character from the
Challenged.
clearly super awesome, nice guy that you really are in real life?
From the challenged person you see before you. Yeah, there's a bit of that, but the strangest thing I think was there was a group of people that online particularly were really championing Homelander as this like beacon of hope in the real world. Like they really got behind it. And then when they realized that Homelander's the bad guy, they got really pissy and review bombed us and kind of turned on us, which was a bit surreal that they even thought that. But yeah, there's a little bit of that. But most people, I would like to think, are reasonable and understand that, you know, it's a job, it's a character, and I'm just me. That's all I can say about that. But yes, there is a bit of that.
So-
you guys find that? I'm curious.
You are just you, yeah.
I am just me. But do you guys find that there's a bit of spill with people in the real world, like treating you like your character, or
Oh, I
not
love it when
making a
people
distinction?
mistake me for not speaking. I use it a lot.
Does that happen?
I use it in my Uber rides. It comes very handy.
Oh my God, you're kidding. So you pretend that you can't speak?
Yes.
No
sometimes,
way.
sometimes.
That's evil.
Sometimes. I'm kidding. But
Smart.
People call me a cunt all the time. It's crazy. It's like, oi, cunt! I'm like, hi, sir, hello. Good morning to you, sir.
Cunt is a good word.
It's a great word.
It's a term of endearment.
I've really come around on
Where I come from, it's a term of endearment.
Yeah.
He's a good cunt.
So,
Yes.
so obviously, The Boys is promoted as a superhero show. Do you think it would be just as accurate to say that it's a multiple love stories show that is umbrellaed by superheroes? Because look at the show. You've got Annie and Huey. You've got Kimiko and Frenchie. You've got Butcher and his wife. There's so many love stories in there. Have you guys ever thought about the show in that respect?
So Butcher, his wife, and Homelander. It's kind of like a little love triangle thing that was happening.
Don't
there.
fucking bring me into
I'm just
any
saying,
of
I'm
your
just saying, bro.
No, I'm not
I had a
doing
love
this.
interest at one
I'm
point,
not
but I
doing
killed
this
it.
thing that you're doing.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Jesse.
Okay.
I mean, there is the idea that, like, yes, there's romantic love, but I love the love between, like, fathers and sons and the familial bonds that the show exploits. I think that's always great. It always sings to me when it's about fathers and sons and just the love between generations, too.
And there's like the chosen family of the boys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Super
definitely.
dysfunctional, but you know.
It works though. It works for us. Yeah. One of my favorite. Yes. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you didn't.
My bad.
I didn't raise the mic. It wasn't supposed to be heard. Go ahead.
Jesse.
One of my favorite scenes or episodes is Huey's relationship and spoiler alert with in the hospital with
Yeah,
your
with
dad.
Simon, yeah.
Simon, and I wept. And then you kind of see it mirroring with Butcher and when he makes a phone call from the hospital, and
Yeah.
our writers are so good.
It's I love, like, to Val's point, the found family aspect of the show, whether that's like kind of the slightly more wholesome version with the boys and the slightly more sinister version with the seven. It is a really, I don't know, I love every relationship with the show. And what I find really interesting is that, like, still, we've done 4 seasons, I've still never had a scene with Chase Crawford. And I want that to change very soon. There's combos of people, like Susan, we've never had a Val, we've never had a scene. Like, I just want different combos for that last season. I really want that.
I've never seen Karen in character.
Whoa, yeah.
I've been in the back of a scene where you're
I think you were
terrifying.
in the sewer.
In the sewer. I was in
Yeah.
the back of the sewer, and yeah, it was an intense
There you
scene.
go. We've done a lot.
But I want a meteor scene. Yeah, I
That's
think
fine.
that would be.
So on this note, that's it's interesting you bring this up. Obviously, we can see that Jack and Jesse have got a vibe going on over here. On the set, on the cast, behind the scenes, what are the hidden friendships that you wouldn't know of? On could it be you and Karen that are like, oh, that's my lunch buddy right there?
We're
What
buddies.
kind of-
Me and Karen tend to, wherever we do things like this, or if we're traveling, whatever, we end up in like restaurants trying food.
Oh,
You and me
yeah.
seem to be just eating.
Eating, yes.
Just traveling and fucking eating.
A lot of food. A lot
Yeah,
of food.
you're like a
and
little- a
and for
little
like hours
palate
on
wing
end.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite things to do because we get to go to all of these great cities for conventions or for press. We love to explore. Jesse's really good at getting one of the best restaurants. I mean, you have a guy in every city.
I have a couple guys. You have all the intel.
I use
all the
Yelp.
information.
I have Google.
I also have to go on the record that Susan and I are buds.
Oh!
The New York connection is real.
Oh yeah.
Me and Jack play video games.
Yeah, we play video games. We went to a sports bar last night and I pretended to know what football was. That was pretty cool. I'm sorry, Tampa Bay. I know it went poorly for you
That
yesterday.
didn't work out.
That wasn't great. I'm
Work
so
out.
sorry.
We were rooting for you, though. That means anything.
We were. We really were.
All right, so Susan and Valerie, here's another question directed to both of you. So the four over here were all in the show from the very beginning. You can clearly see there were bonds that formed in the beginning. With the two of you coming in season 4, how long did it take for you to feel really pulled in with the rest of the cast? I am now a part of the cast. I'm not an outsider that's coming in and joining the show. Now I am just as much a part of the show as Homelander, as Huey, and so on.
We're definitely just as much a part of the show as Homelander.
Well, how long did it take for you to feel that way? How long as an actress did it take for you to feel that the actors had brought you into the fold?
No, everyone was so welcoming right away. I mean, everyone was there to tell a story, and we were excited to have the opportunity to do it. So right away.
We had a, yeah.
That's how I
We
felt.
had a, what I would say, I'm gonna just jump in for a
Whatever
second.
you want,
for it,
man. Go for it.
It's a testament to Eric and the casting director / everyone that brought these guys in, because what actually happened, it's a very difficult thing. I've been on shows, coming in on shows that are successful after season 3 or whatever. It's really fucking hard, because you feel like you've got to step on, you're jumping onto a treadmill that's at 100, right? These guys came in and didn't miss a fucking beat.
Knocked it out of the
And
fucking
they
park.
both came in super open and ready to just work. And that, when, yeah, amen, absolutely, amen. Why do I keep saying that? I'm not one of those people. So, but the thing is like, there's options when you come in, and they came in on the right foot, and it was about the work. And immediately, when you see people that are focused and going in the right direction, we're all pushing in the same direction. So when they come in and they do that, it's like, fuck yeah, game on. I remember with both of you in the scenes that we were doing, it was automatically a really creative, positive experience, and that we're all moving this show together. And so they've just been fucking amazing to have on board.
Thank you.
Man, give a round of applause for that. That was awesome. All right, so I've got a few more questions, but we're going to do the open mic a little bit differently than we normally do, because obviously, I know if I just said, if you got a question, go to the mic, that mic would be going until like 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so if you have a question that could be answered by anyone on the cast, raise your hand. I'm going to randomly pick. All right, you know. Okay, front row right here in the blue shirt. You get second, so coming up to the mic, you come up second. Right behind her, yep, you. You right here.